All right, all right. We are live at 12 p.m. It's Monday. It's a beautiful day. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Christian Clay. The people that I bring on are agents that are on my team, like Mr. Corey here. And, what we do is give you these comprehensive breakdowns of these different communities, different areas. We're going to give you a home tour. We're going to obviously show you this driving tour so you get to visually see the good and the bad going into a community that you might be considering. And along the way, you're going to be getting tips. You're going to be getting a bunch of stories that we've gone through already for your sake. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Corey Hamilton. Yay. What's up, man? So we're in Lake Alfred, Florida. A lot of people may think that it's out of your region.
Yeah. Yep.
But you have 3-4 contracts out here in this community right now.
I used to work in Central Florida selling new construction, so I'm very familiar with the area anyway. And we have a lot of people looking out towards Central Florida, Winter Haven, Lake Alfred for the new construction, the affordability, and for the location access to the highway and to the two metropolitan cities, Tampa and Orlando.
For sure. So before we go too far into it, I want to get the boring stuff out of the way. A lot of the map consultations that we end up doing, and we're talking about Lake Alfred, I kind of approach it the same way for everybody. But for those of you who do not know, Orlando, Tampa is over here somewhere. Here's Lakeland, and Lake Alfred is kind of that median area. A lot of people don't really know about it, right? They think of Lake Alfred. They're like, oh, that's not Haines City. That's not Davenport. I don't know. I don't want anything to do with it. Okay. This is what's cool. Here's Lake Alfred, but all of this land is kind of fresh land for development, unlike Haines City and Davenport, where you're surrounded by a lot of older structures. So sometimes when you're driving through those areas, you may be like, I don't know about this, right? Like, I want something that's new feeling. Lake Alfred actually has that, and especially in this area, especially Silver Lake, which we've spoke about a lot. But we're talking about Edden Hills today. Okay. The only downside, about 12 minutes to a Publix one way, about 10 minutes to a Publix the other way. That's not terrible, but the moment they build a Publix in this area, it's over with. I promise you the values are going to go crazy. 55 minutes to the Tampa International Airport. Look at that. 40 minutes to Orlando. So it's a little more Orlando leaning, and about 24 minutes to Disney. Got that out of the way.
There you go. That was nice and quick, too. It's the location of this community that's really driving a lot of interest in here. And like you said, we have people that call us and they're asking about certain places in Central Florida, trying to figure out where it's going to be the best location for them and their family. And this is one of those areas that we've been able to introduce to people and do the map consultation breakdowns where there's a lot of investment potential. There's a lot of that nature, slow paced life, new construction. And it's really driving a lot of our clients into this area. And today we're kind of looking at a home site and a particular builder that we've been working with a couple of our clients now, and there's deals to be had. And that's why it's kind of important that we want to do this video, is because we're not only finding beautiful homes in a great location, we're finding a really good deals and really good interest rates with this builder that we're working with right now.
Oh, yeah. I would say right now, out of all of the families that we have pending right now, we have, I think, 4 or 5 contracts with this builder in some other areas, but a few of them are in this community here. And I feel like it's the same profile of person that ends up liking this area, right? They want to be not in Orlando or not in Tampa, but easy access to, and somebody that wants a little less traffic than the Davenports and the Haines City. So if you do like that, this is that sneaky area. And I feel like once we take that buyer over here, if they've never heard of it, they always end up like, okay, where and why? And then you'll see with this builder, the things that they throw in at the price points that they throw in. It's, in my opinion, if it's in that entry level, it's going to be like at the top of the list.
Yeah, you brought up a few good points there. It is that proximity to I-4 highway that connects Tampa and Orlando that people have a lot of interest in, because they're not paying the extremely high price points by living closer to the city, and they're getting a lot of that affordability out here, but they have that quick access to the highway. So if you do work in Orlando, or if you have family that's over there, you can get in and out pretty quickly. Also, this builder, we would categorize them as entry level because of the price point. But once you see the upgrades, it's almost like they're a move up. They don't have any selections or options, but they offer some things in the home that bring a ton of value to your home compared to those standard entry level builders that are national.
Absolutely. So, as you all join along with us in our journey and helping everybody out, you'll learn kind of the, what an entry level builder is, what we consider to be like the move up, and then the custom, semi-custom, that sort of thing. The thing about Richmond American is like you said, they compete with the entry level builders. Like they're in this community with DR Horton, competing with DR Horton.
That's right.
But when you see the product, you're like, okay, they have no business. Like they should be on the move up tier. They should be with Pulte and all of those other builders.
And that's funny you mentioned that. I was with one of our clients and we were looking at a Richmond American, and I was like, let's look across the street. And we looked at a DR Horton, and I was like, they're comparable price point to this, but just look at the exteriors of the two homes from one side of the street to the other. It's like, they definitely give you that move up feel with the stone exteriors. Even the numbers for the address on the front of the house are like, a little
Modern
bit more
looking.
fancy, modern looking. Yes. And what we really love about this area in this community is that it's like lakefront living.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that people desire from all around the country. When they're coming to this area, you can live on this grassy lake that's in the community, and there's some really serene views that you're going to get from your dining room, from your kitchen, from your owner's suite. And they're one of a kind, and that's important not just for you enjoying the home and having that lifestyle, but for the value of your home in the future once all of these lots are sold out. Like you have that lakefront property, you're going to be able to get max dollar for your home as compared to the same floor plan in the community that doesn't have that lakefront view.
100%. You see these lots right here that are lining the lake. These are the type of lots that we're talking about. Doesn't mean you have to get that. One thing that we like to make sure that we check when we're with you all is, the resale value of your home. Corey was just talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like what's going to happen, whether it's, we literally sold a home for somebody that lived in a home for 2 months the other day, but 2 months, 3 years, 4, 5, 10 years, right? What's going to happen down the road if you decide to sell? Are you going to be the same as 200 other homes in your community, or are you going to stand out, right? Are you going to have that non-duplicatable lot that you're just like, hey, I don't care, if other homes are selling in this community, you can't duplicate the lot that I'm on right now. And that's what we try to make sure that we at least check that box with you guys. If it's important to you, we want to let you know that from our perspective that, hey, this could be a lot that holds its value very well.
Absolutely. And with this builder, they do have those options for lakefront view, interior lots, and that's also going to come with a little bit of premium too on those lots.
Yeah.
So if you're someone that doesn't want to live on water, you have concerns for your small dogs or your children, which we have a lot of people, they bring that up. They're like, hey, we don't want to live on water. Then we can get it more affordable on an interior lot. Mm-hmm. So there's options to be had, and they do have a new phase coming in this community that does line the whole side of the lake that's kind of sits on a hill and overlooks grassy lake. They're probably the most premium lots that they're going to be offering coming forward, but that phase is going to be just getting started in the next few months here. So
what do you think from your experience, right? We've done a lot with new construction homes, but on those lakefront lots in the next phase that are on a hill, because those are intriguing to me. You don't have to deal with the water, but you're on it, you can see it, right? What do you think those premiums are going to go for?
I would say between $20,000 to $50,000 lot premiums. Somewhere around there. Yeah, 50 being a really high end of that. But that's the good thing that we like about this builders also, is that they are, like we said, they're a higher end, affordable home to get. Yeah. So once we get into this home that is going to be not their model home, it's going to be a spec home that we actually just got under contract. So it is sold, but there's more of this floor plan available. So it's good to see what they're actually giving in the home. Because when we see our model homes, they do the boarded bat on the walls. They do, nice railings, things that they're not going to offer in the spec homes that they build, because there aren't options in these homes. So it's good to take that out of your mind and be like, this is what they're actually offering you. This is the home that they complete and they are selling. We're going to see one of those today. And like we said, we sold 2 of the homes on this street just this past month. So we're going to be, there's some good options. There's some good deals to be had. But when you see a builder that is doing these higher tier upgrades, but at the price point that they're coming in with along the incentives and interest rates they're offering you, it's almost a no-brainer.
It is. Yeah. We do enjoy them. We help a lot of families with this builder. So, all right, really quickly before we jump into the home tour, just crank out the numbers and all of the things that they're going to need to know from an analytical standpoint.
Yeah, so this builder is going to have homes from 1,700 up to a little over 3,000 square feet, anywhere from 3 to 5 bedrooms, 2 baths up to 3.5 baths. The price point's going to go between $330 and $475, which is, like we said, with some of the deals and the quicker move-ins, we've been able to negotiate the HOA fee, $15 a month. The CDD is going to be a little over 200 at 203 monthly. So I know that's one thing that we really have to consider in our consultations with our clients is they're like, we don't want HOA or CDD. It's like, let's just do a breakdown and see what it's going to cost you to get into the home. It all comes down to your mortgage payment because that's where everything's going to be attached, right? So we really want to see if that HOA is only $15 a month, then it's like you're almost avoiding it at that point. There is a CDD also, but we can see communities with an HOA and no CDD, but the HOA is $300 a month.
Absolutely.
So it's good. It's good to not avoid communities that have these fees. Let's just get a full breakdown and see what the builder is offering you as an interest rate to be like, how does this mortgage payment work? What are you getting in the community? This community has a pool that has 2 different lanes in it. It has a 0 entry splash pad for kids, playgrounds, parks, dog parks, trails, and they actually have a pier too that you can go sit out right on the lake and do some fishing, which I know Christian would be, his family would never see him again. He'd be out there every day.
I do enjoy piers down here.
Yeah. So one of the clients we have, they're actually going to be living right across the street from that pier. So from his office in the front of the house, he's going to be able to watch his kids play at the park. And he's a cigar and scotch guy. So he's going to be able to go out on that pier, smoke his cigars, watch the sunset, sit on the lake, fish, and just really enjoy this lakefront living that you're getting in the community, which I think is awesome for him and his family.
100%. Kathy Blair, thank you for stopping in. She says, good afternoon. Who is the builder? This is Richmond American. Richmond American's the builder. If you want any information on updated incentives or things that are coming back to the market or, maybe you want a deal on a home, give us a shout. It's a good, actually perfect time. All the information is floating above. Email us team@morefla.com. Mm-hmm. And I think all of our agents have been in this community. It's kind of that halfway point, right? Because we're kind of Orlando, Tampa, and it's kind of that I-4 halfway point. So, but yeah.
We have clients over here in Tampa and Wesley Chapel, and they can't find what they desire or at the right price point. So we bring this up as well.
Kathy also just bought a home from them. I think you were Scenic Terrace maybe. But yeah, so far, I mean, we've never had issues with them as well. So anything else that we need to touch on before we hop into this home tour?
The last thing I would just say is talking about, we didn't touch on the incentives that the builder's offering right now. They are doing a 1-0 buy down. So you can get for your first year of your mortgage payment a 3.99 interest rate, super low, tons of savings for that first year. And then it can jump up to a 4.99 for the 30-year fixed after that. If you are looking for that 30-year fixed rate, they are doing a 4.99 FHA and a 5.5 conventional right now, which we've kind of worked with both of those. And that's in addition to up to $20,000 in closing costs assistance, which we've actually negotiated more with them too than the 20,000. So
that's awesome, man. That is awesome. But let me just touch on that real quick before we hop over to this home tour, everybody. I know a lot of people are scared of the ARM loan, right? Like the 2-1 buy down where it's like, hey, your first year or two, you have that lower interest rate and then it bumps up to a rate that, a lot of people are nervous of like, oh, it's going to break me. Okay. So you're jumping to a 4.99% interest rate somewhere around there. You can't find that for a 30-year fix. Forget the whole 2-1 buy down thing. Like you just a fixed 4.99 is an excellent rate right now. So that is awesome. That's a good deal in my opinion. If you could start your first year 3.99 and you're going to get qualified on whatever your 30-year term is going to be, the majority of it.
Correct.
Right? So the 4.99 or whatever it ends up being, even if it's a 5.5, that is an excellent rate. It is an excellent rate.
Exactly. And we like to tell our clients, look at it from the 30-year fixed side down. If you can afford this 5.5 interest rate, of this 5.99 interest rate for 30 years, just think about the first 2 years or 1 year that you're getting in savings on that. Because you'd be comfortable with the 5.99. A lot of people are right now. And we've actually seen rates last week just bump down a little bit. Yeah. So we can get into like a 4.75 now, even lower. So there's some good options to be had coming over the summer. The builders are giving good deals. And we've been able to negotiate lower rates, more closing cost assistance. And we'll talk a little bit more about that when we get into this home. We can tell you about what we just did for our clients that got into this specific home just a couple weeks ago.
Cool. I'm interested in learning. All right. So before we move over to the home tour, check your value of your home. Link in the description down below. Zillow said this. We sold for this. True story. Link in the description down below. Okay. So we got to make sure to take this off. That would be, they know it's under contract. Don't knock on this door, people.
That's it. That's it. That one's gone. But they do have more of this floor plan available. So I think it's a good thing to be able to show to the people that are watching and our viewers that, hey, this floor plan is very, very functional. It's called the Slate floor plan. It's 4 bedrooms, 3 full baths, 2-car garage, and there's 2 ensuite bathrooms that go in here, in the owner suite and one of the other bedrooms.
What's the square
and
footage?
Then the other 2 bedrooms will share full baths. It's going to be 2,010 square feet.
Okay, so 2 ensuite bathrooms. That's huge. That's huge.
Yes. So the function, and we always like to say, like 2,000 square feet is kind of a sweet spot for a lot of people with the home. I'm sorry, it's 2,070 square feet. But you'll see the function and the layout of the home is kind of what makes it so desirable for a lot of people that are looking at it. Right when you walk in, you can see beautiful LVP floors. This builder will be going away with the LVP in the future. So they have a couple that are move-in ready homes that still have this option. So if you're a person that likes LVP, you can jump on the deal. They'll be doing the plank tile floors going
They've
forward,
done that in the past. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yep.
And this is probably against what a lot of people like. I like the wood looking tile. I have it in my home, but the LVP it's gorgeous. Like the only issue with tile is that, and I have like a very small grout line, is that people are worried about the grout getting dirty. But LVP, it seems like 99% of the people just want that. They prefer it.
It's just a seamless look. All the planks lock into place, so you don't have any, like, you can't tell between where the boards end and start. And it looks like real wood too. So I mean, both are really nice. If you saw them both, I don't think you'd be disappointed in either. But yeah, it's definitely a good feature that they have in a few of the homes that we've been working with recently. You can see they do nice lighting in their bathroom. Everything in this home has that white and black contrast. You can see with the lights, the shower towel rack there, where you put your toilet paper, the door handles. They love the dark
fixtures, with the light. Yeah, they're really good at that.
Even on the hinges of the door, hinges on the doors are black too. So it's just like the shower head, the tub spout, everything is on that white and black contrast. And it just looks really clean, really fresh, really modern. And it's a timeless look, that it's never you can decorate very well around it because it's so classic as a look.
Absolutely.
But features like that they put into their home, the upgrades, the tile in the shower. Oh, I think I threw on the shower right here. Check the water pressure. I was checking water pressure, man. So that's a big thing. I didn't realize people like up north and stuff, they're like, how's the water pressure? Because some of the older homes, like, they got really weak water pressure. So buying these new construction homes, it's always a huge benefit to have the nice water pressure.
Water pressure, energy efficiency, the very, very, very affordable home insurance, right?
I was going to bring that up to you in just a second. Look at the heights of the doors too. They got 9-foot ceilings, 9.5, and then they got 8-foot doors too. Yeah. So it just gives you, in that ranch home, like, I think I backed up to kind of show it, like, look at the height of the door compared to the ceiling. It gives you that huge grand feeling when you get into a ranch style home where, they don't have the 2 levels. But also, like you said, homeowners insurance, people ask us all the time, well, we hear Florida homeowners insurance is hard, blah, blah, blah. When you're working in new construction and buying a new home, homeowners insurance is a completely different ball game. It is much, much
$1,200 for the year. Home. So I mean, we've been looking at $100. Some of our clients under $100. I mean, don't. I know you guys are on YouTube, and I appreciate you for tuning in. Hopefully, you're hitting that like button right now. But like, we see it, the thumbnails with the fire, and everybody's like, "Oh, Florida's in a like." Come on, guys. You want to see like real, like, you want to talk about real things that are happening. Like, in new construction, I haven't had a client this year that is $600,000 and under go over $2,000 in their homeowners insurance for the year.
Yep. And that's kind of what we've been quoting. It's like 800 to like 2,000 is like the very, very high end. And a lot of people come in, much lower on that spectrum. Yep. But it's homeowners insurance is much easier to obtain, and the lender usually gets it done for you. That's the preferred builder lender. They're going to make sure that your home insurance is set up. They already work with a company that knows them, knows the area, knows the taxes and everything. So they kind of set that up for you. Another huge benefit about this community is that all your appliances come included. So you get GE throughout the entire home. I just did one of the pre-orientation walks for our clients the other day. They kind of showed me how you call and set up for your warranties on all these appliances as well, including your HVAC, your hot water tank, everything else. You can get everything under warranty that comes in this home as well.
Right.
On top of the fact that the builder is giving you a home warranty that goes with the home for the roof and for the structural, everything else. So they really back and support this home, so that that you're not just buying it and you're going to run into these issues. And they always recommend to our agents that our reps that we work with in the communities to get that inspection, to have a third party come in, check out the home before you close on it, because that way the construction manager of the community has a little punch list of things he knows he has to fix before you get in there.
I will say this, and we bring it up all of the time. There are some builders where they do not have a desire to remind you that you could get a home inspection by an outside inspector. A lot of the reps, so sometimes we have people that want to work with us, and they already have their rep in mind. Let's just say Miss Kathy Blair here is in Scenic Terrace, and she's like, hey, look, I know the rep that's over there, but I want you guys to represent me. All right, so we don't really work with that rep. In those types of cases, the rep that you're working with is not really going to communicate much with us, although we're going to go through the negotiating and get you the best deal. So that means throughout the process, they're going to talk to you when the new home orientation is ready, and they're not going to remind you, hey, do you want to get a home inspection by an outside inspector? We just had that happen to somebody the other day, and they're like, well, I didn't know any better. And we were telling them, like, hey, look, they're not going to communicate with us, which is fine. These aren't our preferred reps. Let us know before the new home orientation, so we can tell them that, hey, we're getting the home inspection. So, I mean, that was kind of a wobbly story there, but it's not always in their best interest.
It's important. It's for your protection, your peace of mind also, because you don't know what issues in this home is not built by Richmond American. They do the project management of the home. So they have different vendors from all different areas coming in doing floors, windows, doors, roofing, and sometimes people make mistakes, or they forget something that they should have fixed or corrected before the home got closed. And if you don't know about it before you close, then if you run into an issue, their warranty department won't cover it.
Right.
So as long as we can make sure that our clients are fully protected by, hey, we suggest that inspection, a lot of times it comes back and the report's really good, and we don't have to get much fixed.
Exactly.
But like I said, the peace of mind and for your security in the future, where you might have to shovel out thousands of dollars to fix something, it's definitely worth just paying that $1,000, $1,500 to get the inspection done before you close the home.
Absolutely. And what if I told you it was a lot? It'll be a lot less than that. But yeah, just pay it. It'll be worth it. All right. Let's check out the kitchen. I always thought they did a really good job in their kitchen.
Love it.
They pre-wire the pendant lights. Some of their homes, they'll put the pendant lights that hang down over the island. It doesn't look like they have that here, but they're pre-wired, so they can just go in, select the pendant lights that they want, smack them in the ceiling, and you're good to go.
I think that's actually the preferred method, is to have it wired, because pendant lighting is very specific to a buyer, just like a backsplash. So they could throw a backsplash in here and you might just not like it that much, or they could throw the pendant lighting in the kitchen or the fans and you might not like them, and then you're going to have to pay to change them, and you're going to have to pay for that added cost onto your home. So it's just more beneficial to our buyers to be able, like, you can go to Home Depot and go Florida Decor, you can find these things and you can just pop them right in. They're pre-wired, and all the living spaces, the living rooms, the bedrooms are pre-wired for fans, the patio. So you can just buy those fans and lighting fixtures, the ones you like, that you desire, that are going to fit your design style.
Yep.
And then you can just pop them right in and you're good to go.
I just installed, well, I didn't install them, but my family, my wife and I, we just got pendant lights installed in our kitchen. So to have them and we had to go get them wired. So we had electricians in the attic and stuff like that. So to have them pre-wired, you're
Exactly. You get exactly what you want. How do you like that pantry size there?
That's a solid pantry. Okay, so let me get back to start rating the pantries like how I used to. Okay, Let's do that. So we're talking about
a good one.
2,070 square foot.
Yep.
That's a good size pantry. I'm going to give them a 4.2 star rating on the pantry. It's good size. It's technically walk-in. You have 3 walls that you can store. I think plenty of storage. It's not that big, oversized pantry that you just there's too much space in there, which usually gets more stars, but
Right.
4.2, 4.3 stars, I think it's golden.
Yeah, it has a nice function to it. It wraps around. Another great feature that they add in the home is the pre-wiring for your TVs, so you can drop the cords down, and then you have the no wires hanging out of your house. Here's a fun part for me where I show you that they do the outlets on the floor.
That's
for
huge.
like your lamps or anything else. I couldn't open it because I'm special, but
That's
I
huge
was really
though.
trying,
Like
man.
what builder that's on the what builder that is on the entry level price point is doing this?
I was gonna say not at the entry level. You won't find those things. If
Yeah.
you work with some of the other builders that we mentioned earlier, you won't see those little details. And I was like, and that's kind of what sets this builder apart, especially with even like having the covered lanai, the space out here. A lot of the builders will just give you a 10 by 10 slab, and then you got to figure out the rest of the concrete to add on to that. So having this huge covered lanai, these beautiful lake views, like they really do. I would say an over the top job for the price point that they're offering. And it's almost like when people see the home and they see the community, they're like, this is a deal. Like this is a really good deal to buy a home that has these elevated finishes every time.
So I was a bit spoiled when I started selling new construction years ago. The very first family that I helped with new construction was Richmond American, and it was very tough to go to other builders at the price point after that. I'm just like, you guys aren't doing this, you're not doing that. So I really think that they could plop up and do some of their own communities in areas that I think they might not really believe that they could. I really do think that they can.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that we don't see them over in the Tampa north part, I would say, suburb of
Tampa they do
area.
Well out there. They would do great.
They would do, yes, with their upgrades at the price point that they offer. I think they would do great. They are in some suburbs south of Tampa, over in Riverview area. But I think this product there's a couple areas I know, like you said, they would do well. Even
they
considering
would do
the
well
windows.
in Lakeland. They would do well. They actually had a community in Claremont, but I feel like the community in Claremont was like, they bought a piece of land in an old community. I feel like they could develop their own community if they want to. And maybe there's something to that where they just don't like buying big single developments. They like just jumping in on portions of these bigger developments that have already, been around.
Yeah, and one thing that we had a client that was looking in this community, and they chose Richmond because the windows in the other builder with their owner suite, they had one window in the owner suite at the same kind of entry level, same price point. This one to give you, like we said, the pendant lighting, the windows that wrap around the bedroom, those kind of features is like what you really enjoy living in the home and add a ton of value. Having a tub that's tiled like this.
Dude, okay, I'm not a soaking tub kind of guy, and we'll get this caulked in here. Caulking in Florida, right? Your home is going to get cool. It's going to get warm. That caulking is going to shrink. So you'll get taught how to properly do that. Either way, this doesn't look like that boring soaking tub that you always see.
Not at all.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that boring soaking tub. To me, it looks like, okay, cool. I might soak in that tub.
I'm almost tempted to get in it in this video. I was like, should I sit in there and show you that it's spacious and it's nice? But like you said, when I was on a pre-orientation walk the other day, you learned a lot about the home settling process. That over time it's going to settle. There will be little cracks here and there. This builder also is going to provide you the 1-year paint and drywall touch-up, which they recommend. You kind of wait 10 months for those settlement cracks and paint cracks to come in, and then before a year end of your closing date, they'll come in and they'll touch everything up, which is another huge feature that a lot of builders will not offer. That paint and drywall, they're kind of like, it's the natural process of the home. It's on you. It's going to happen, But this builder's like, hey, we'll honor it and we'll fix it in a year when it does happen, because it's inevitably it is going to happen.
Well, Corey, I feel like you're one of the favorite. Let us know in the comment section down below what you all think of this area, this particular builder. What would you grade them if you were to think in your mind that, hey, they're competing with the entry-level builders that are trying to make it so people can buy homes at affordable price points? Let me know down below what your thoughts are. Also, if you are making the move or considering buying, a lot of you all are sending us emails and text messages, and we really do appreciate that. Let us know if you prefer to have one of our reps over the other, one of the agents that are on our team over the other. Sometimes we'll get calls and you're just like, hey, I want to work with Corey, or I want to work with this person or that person. Let us know, and we'll make sure, because as you can see, he is well versed in these areas. Although he may live 45 minutes away, he used to actually work in these areas. So,
yep.
For those of you who don't know, like how
Yeah.
I stumbled across Corey is we were doing deals together. He was working for a builder, and I was doing what I'm doing now. Probably not as much as I am on YouTube, but when you see somebody good, you're just like, hey man, you just let me know when the time's right, and we'll partner up.
That's it. That's exactly how it went, and it's worked out pretty well ever since. And especially with me having that new construction background, and now taking most of our clients to new construction,
Yeah,
just having the knowledge from working with the builder, knowing both sides of the table, how the construction team works, how even knowing the mindset of what the higher ups in the company are
I think
thinking, and
that's
how they
huge. I think how
it's
what
huge.
you bring, because you were the person that was stuck in that community and had to sell in that community, and then when you
Yep.
wanted to get something done, you had to report to somebody higher up. And so you bring that knowledge to us where you're just like, hey, this is what they're doing, this is what they're thinking, this is what they can do, this is what they can't do, and overall makes us a stronger team. So you're
And
awesome for that.
we've been able to leverage them. And another thing we didn't talk about is that this home was listed at 369, and I put in a one-time strong offer at 354 990, and they accepted right away because
That's
I
huge.
knew exactly what the price point would be that they would come down on. Another home across the street that we sold recently, they were listed at 439. We got them to 424 990, and that one we also were able to include the blinds package, and they had a couple cracks in the garage, which is pretty normal for
Yeah.
settling. Also, when they come in to put the block down on the home on the when they after they pour the slab, they put all the block on the garage is where they set it before
Oh,
they start placing it around the home. So it will crack a little more, but
sure.
since it was cracked, we were able to include the epoxy on the garage floor too.
That's
So
huge.
yeah, so we got the epoxy, the blinds, all the appliances, and we got the price reduced almost $15,000, and they were giving that 20,000, but we asked for the max seller concession,
Yeah.
which is 6%. So we brought that 20,000 up to almost 25,000 in closing costs.
I would say people do yourselves a favor, and the clients that we've helped didn't pay a dime, right? It was the builder that
Yep.
paid us, right? So, but do
Mm-hmm.
yourselves a favor, have representation on your side. Let's just start there, and then I would say once you've
Yep.
mastered, like, okay, I want representation. Find the best representation, wouldn't you? Like, yeah, at least do yourself a favor. If you have a friend in the family that has their license, yeah, fine, let them join you. But once you've committed to, okay, I want somebody around, like, find somebody that understands the process, because there's, can I say, it's my channel, right? There's some shit that happens. There is some shit that happens, and
Ain't that the truth?
you and there's times where like we have to lean on each other, right? Where it's like,
Mm-hmm.
together we may not have that answer right away, but then we come together as a team and get it all
Yep.
figured out. But man, what do you do when the appraisal comes back short? I mean, we had another one in a different community in Davenport last week. An appraisal came back short, like pulling teeth, but you have to fight these builders sometimes. You have to fight them.
Yep.
And like you said, like
That's it.
the thing with that is my thing is this: the builders looking out for themselves, not in a bad way, but they want to move product, and they actually have the patience to just say no to something all the way to the finish line. And so sometimes we have to put our clients in the mindset of like, hey, they're going to say no to this, but like if you can have a little bit of patience, we can win this one over. It doesn't always happen, but there's so much that goes on in this thing.
And you can go to the builder by yourself. That's the thing. You can go there, but they're gonna definitely use their advantage to, this is us and this is what you have to take.
Absolutely.
I tell a lot of people that call us, I'm like, you wouldn't go to court without a lawyer.
Nope.
You would seek the best representation to get the best possible outcome of that situation. And that's the same with buying a home. It's super important to have trusted realtors on your team, people that know the process, people that know how to negotiate with these agents and with these builders. Because it's honestly, in the long run, it's going to save you money. Thousands of dollars will be saved with working with realtors that know how to negotiate these terms and these situations, maybe just better than you do because you're not a professional or on the ground doing it every day. You can do a ton of research, but working with people that this is what we do every single day, even after we get off this call, we'll be at it again, later today. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
having a team on your side, it's not just me you're working with, it's me, Christian, maybe one of our other agents, our assistant, and then we also get you to the best rep for the builder too, a rep
Yeah, just
that's
kind of
willing
cutting the
to work
line, and
with
it's like
us.
going VIP. It's like, hey, where's Sandra at? Bring her up here real quick,
Yeah.
and then you just get the thing done right away.
That's it. That's it. We work with reps too that are also willing to work with us, and they know that we bring them clients, we do good business. So they're willing to go to bat for us when they speak to their higher ups in their company, like, hey, we need to get this deal done. These are the terms they're offering. They're willing to help us instead of just being like, nope, we're not doing this. We're not budging. So it's like you kind of you get a whole team to work with you when you work with us. And I think it's super important. And the results they're right there for everyone to see. Like, you know, we get these homes closed, we get good deals, we have happy clients, and that's something we just can't even deny.
Yeah, 100%. That boy hit it right on the head. I got one question for you, man. How come you haven't transitioned yet? You got the fire still in the background. It's like 100 degrees out.
Man, because we're on fire. That's what it is, man. It's not about the temperature. We don't even need a fireplace in here, bro. You know that. It's Florida. You don't even need that fireplace. So we're on fire right now. So that's what we're just going to keep the fire going. I had something going a couple weeks ago, you know, a water view and stuff. But I like
Yeah.
the fire.
Oh, did you have the water? I
like
didn't
the
even pay
fire.
attention to it. Yeah. No, the fire
Yeah,
is
I had
cool,
some
man.
water
I,
going.
I I like the fire in the background, but I had to switch it up a little bit, man. It's a pretty hot outside. All right. If you are not subscribed, don't be one of those people. You just check at the bottom of the video. If it says subscribe, then that means you're not subscribed. So click that. All right. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any videos. Also, if you have any questions, any comments, you like something, you dislike something, if there's an area that you want to see, let us know in the comments down below. Or if you want more of a personalized approach to it, you can just email us. These are the types of walkthroughs that we do for our clients. This is actually a home that we have under contract. So if you want something like this on a particular lot, particular area, let's talk. Send us an email. We'll get right to it for you. Got anything else for him, Corey?
No, man. I think we've pretty much hit everything on, you know, that we need to talk about in this community with this builder, with the floor plan, and definitely just reach out to us because we do get out here and make these customized videos for our clients, you know, before they go under contract. So these are people that we're working with from out of state.
Yeah.
So they're
Most
really
of them
trusting us to give them full details and full breakdowns. We actually sent this client a few of the videos from the rep, but they were so brief and like blurry.
You got to go out there and you got to do a real video.
We'll do a real video of the house, a real video of the community, the drone footage, all the things that give you that kind of peace of mind. And as soon as they saw it, they were like, hey, this is the house that we love. But yeah, we do this personalized stuff for our clients that are ready to go. And I would definitely
Hey, let me ask you this. So
us.
you I think last week you might have done like 3 contracts last week. And I think all 3 of them you got under asking price. Different areas too, right? Because you did one out there in the Epperson community, right?
Yeah, in the lagoons too. Yeah, we got everything that we definitely worked in deals with every one of the homes. There was not anything that was listed that they were offering. You know, everything came with a little bit of a deal, even if there is a little pushback. Like I said, we know where to leverage certain situations, especially on these quick move-in homes. We can really get some good.
We see a quick move-in.
For our clients.
Yeah, we see a quick move-in.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it done. We're definitely gonna get it done.
Absolutely. You can't give it away for free, but we're gonna see what we can get done.
And it depends on the area and the builder and, you know, how the market is and everything. But we know that those are the homes that the builders are more motivated to work with us than, let's say, a home 8 months from now, because they have time for somebody to come in at that price. These quick move-in ones, they're motivated to sell. And we just kind of lay our terms out there for them and what we need to get to the closing table. If we can do that close quick, they're usually pretty willing to work a good deal with us. And that's what we've been seeing a lot lately, these quick move-in homes, especially going into the summer. There's going to be a lot of hot deals out here. So it's a good time to really take advantage of purchasing a home if you're relocating, especially.
100%. We're going to leave it at that. We appreciate everybody for stopping in. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
All right, man.